Maybe on Masechet Chagiga, we are on the daf of Yudches Omid Aleph, and the beginning of the Omid for the Shlokish Omar. Let's just second what we learned yesterday. Yesterday we learned very interesting mekoros. Where do we know that Shavuos has tashlumin? What that means? That 7 days of Pesach, we know a person can bring the first day of Pesach that come Oilas Riyah, Shalmei Chagiga, Shalmei Simcha. It can be maslim the Oilas Riyah with the Kom Chagiga 7 days. Sukkot, it can be maslim the Kom Riyah with the Kom Chagiga what he did not bring on the first day for 8 days. Because also only Legabi Pasar Kashav the Shmini is a regular with Atzman. But that's not we. What about Shavuos? Shavuos is only 1 day. It's no Chol Hamoed. So he said we have two different mekoros that also right Tofasto. That's only to teach us the Hekesh. The Hekesh is Chag HaMatzos, the Chag HaShavuos. The same like Chag HaMatzos is 7 days of Tashlumin. Chag HaShavuos is also 7 days of Tashlumin. We prefer to do the Hekesh for Chag HaMatzos than the Chag HaShavuos and tell us 8 because Tofasto Merubo. Loi Tofasto words Tofasto. Then we add another mekor that we have our Shlome or Shiva because it says ubekutzrechem. It says ukrosem. Ukrosem means mikro kodesh. Ubekutzrechem is ketziratechem loyitechale pe'as sodcho. So when you have also the zman ktsire and also the zman of mikro kodesh, that means there's still episode kedusha that allows you to bring korbanos. On Yom Tov itself, zicher nicht. On Yom Tov you shouldn't do ktsire. Right? When is it? The 7 days after Yom Tov. The Shlokish comes at the numerical. Let's see it inside. Second line of Yud Ches Omid Aleph. Very Shlokish Omar. A numerical that tashlumin 7 days for Shavuos. Steht in the Pasuk. Let's start first with the Shtikla Gdoma. Steht in the Pasuk Shalosh Regolim Tochugli Bashana. Chag HaMatzos Tishma, Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzos Kasher Tzivi Sicha. Right? That's what says in the Psuk. If you look right in the Psuk, it says Chag HaKotzir. We talk about Shavuos, Bikurim Maasecho Asher Tizra Basode. That is talking about Chag HaShavuos. And then we talk about Sukkos. Chag HaOsiv, V'tzeis HaShona Be'osmecho Es Maasecho Min HaSode. That's the Psukim. We'll talk about the Shalosh Regolim. Now, if we medayek, dafke the Shavuos, the Chag HaKotzir, and that's what the Shlokish medayek. Let's medayek this Chag HaKotzir. Says the Shlokish Omar, the Chag HaKotzir, Eizu Chag She'ata Choigeg, what means Choigeg? Miloshen Chagiga, you bring a Kom Chagiga, Ve'koitzer, you're still allowed to harvest in the field, Ve'koitzer boy, Ve'yoyma Ze Atzeres, and the times of Tashlumin. That's what the Torah is talking about, that there is a time after the 7 days after Shavuot that you're allowed to harvest, and could be the Shlumin is a Kohen. So it's more Amos. When can be this situation, this scenario that is also Chagiga, you're also having a Chagiga, and also having a Katsira. If you tell me Yom Tov itself, that means Shavuos itself, for sure it's not true. Katsira be Yom Tov Mishore, you're allowed to harvest on Yom Tov, sicher nicht. Elo lav le tashlumin. Elo mai, for sure we're talking about over there, the tashlumin of Shavuos, that they are 6 days after Shavuos, and then you're allowed to harvest, and you're allowed mitzat sheni to be a Kom Chagiga, mitzat tashlumin for Shavuos. So what do we learn from this pasuk? That there's tashlumin for Shavuos, also the days after Yom Tov. Let's see it in Rashi. Look, Rashi. Dimu HaMaschil v'Chag HaKotzir Bikurim Maasecho v'Chag HaShavuos Ksiv Ochename Chag HaBo B'Zman Ktsir Komar V'Lav V'Choyim V'Koyzer Boy Osa Lashmeinan. Says the Gemara. That is a Shlokish. Fragt the Shlokish or fragt Rabbi Yochanan on the Shlokish. Omar Rabbi Yochanan. On the words of the Shlokish, fragt Rabbi Yochanan Shayla. Elo Me'ato. What the Torah said, Legabi Sukkos. The Torah says of there how the Torah calls Chag HaSukkos, Chag HaOsif. So let's explain the same thing. אלו מעטו חג עושים, איזהו חג, שיש בו יסיפה. הרי הוא אומר זה חג הסוכס. Also, let's explain the same thing also, the Chag HaSukkos. What Chag is that you have also over there, Asifa collecting, right, finding it into the house? It's Sukkos. And you can't say it. Why not? And the more explains. Amos. When exactly Chag HaSukkos, you have a massive also of bringing a Korban Chagiga, and also doing the Asifa, collecting it into the house in one go. Yontav itself, for sure, it's going to be also Melocha beyontav Mishore. You can't collect, right? And Asifa is a Melocha, so you can't do it on Yontav. Elo, when you can tell me when you're doing the Asifa, Bechoyloi Shel Moyed. It also can't be. Choyloi Shel Moyed Mishore. Choyla Moyed, you're allowed to do a Melocha. It also be Melocha. Elo, must be that what is Chag HaOsif? What's the Mashmoes of Chag HaOsif? Chag HaOsif, the Mashmoes is Chag Habo Bizman Asifa. That means in the time of the Asifa Zapeirois, that means it's not talking about actually the Melocha of Asifa, the Melocha of Ktsira, the Melocha, it's talking about this man, the time in the year. It's a time when a person brings in the Peirois from the produce into his house. That is Chag HaOsif. That's when you tell him, go out, right? That's Sukkot, it's all about. So we're the same thing, we can't bring a raya because it says Chag HaKotzir, that more than Shav Kotzir. At the time when you do harvesting, you're also bringing a Korban Chagiga. They're talking about the time of the year, the season of the year, what you harvest. Like they're talking about Chag HaOsif, the season of the year, what you're collecting the produce into your house. The same thing. Says the Gemara, Ochenami, Chag HaKotzir, right? The Chag HaKotzir, what we say, Chag Habo, Bizman, Ketzire. It's that we call it the season of the Kotzir, the Tkufas HaKotzir. So there's no mashmoes from Rosh Lakish who wants to say that Chag HaKotzir is the Chag itself. You could bring also Tashlumin of the Chagiga and also the Ketzire. Elamai says the Rabbi Yechon reflect of them Ashayla. Says the Gemara. Now the Gemara explains a very important halacha about this is a shlome, a very important shlome to the previous Masechet what we just learned. What's the previous Masechet we just learned? Moed Chod, that's right. And now the Gemara explains the din of Melach and Chol HaMoed. What's the din of Melach and Chol HaMoed? This is a very good shlome to what we learned in the previous Masechet. Moed Chod. Michlal the Tarvai. That means both of them, Sai Rabbi Yochanan and Sai Rosh Lakish, we just mentioned their opinions. Svira lehu. The choyloi shel moyed also b'asiyas melocha. Right? Both of them agree. You shouldn't do asifa, you shouldn't do ktsire, and therefore both of them have to learn that this is b'shas ktsire, or it's the tkubas ktsire, or it's actually yes, mamish ktsire, right? The machlokes Rabbi Yochanan Rosh Lakish. But both of them agree that on chol hamoyed you shouldn't do no harvesting and no collecting, bringing in the produce, or all of them. Where do we see it? We know hani mile. Where do we see that Melocha is also in Chol HaMoed? Says the Gemara, the Tonu Rabbanon. Steht in the Pasuk is Chag HaMatzois Tishmoel Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzois Kasher Tzivisicha. Okay, that's going to be just the opening for the sugya. That's a Pasuk. Steht nicht in the Gemara, but it's a Pasuk. Steht is Chag HaMatzois Tishmoel noch einmal Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzois Kasher Tzivisicha. And they steht dort in the Pasuk. Now, on this Pasuk, the Gemara dash. Let's start again. The Tonu Rabbanon. We could read the Pasuk on this way. Is Chag HaMatzos Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. So we're reading it a little bit different. Shivas Yomim, we darshan, as we call it, Lefonim Uleocha. Because the pasuk started Soichal Matzos, and it doesn't say Toichal Matzos Shivas Yomim. As I explained, the Torah explains that way. It doesn't say Toichal Matzos Shivas Yomim. So we could darshan it Lefonim Uleocha. We darshan the Shivas Yomim both ways. At 7 days, right? So it's Chag HaMatzos Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. And then Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzos Kasher Tzivisicha. So you could read the pasuk as Chag HaMatzos Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. That's one way to understand it. Yeah. And because we're gonna Tishmoel is always a lashon of lav, right? Veshomarto is a lav. So Tishmoel is a lashon of lav, and it says all 7 days you have a lav. Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. It says Chag HaMatzos Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. Or we can read it also Toichal Matzos Kasher Tzivisicha, yeah, Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzos. But we said that's the Torah even explains that this word Shivas Yomim goes also at the beginning of the pasuk. It's Chag HaMatzos Tishmoel Shivas Yomim. God, you have a lav of Melacha for 7 days of matzos of Chag HaMatzos, and you could read it also Shivas Yomim Toichal Matzos. So limed al choiloi shel moyed she'oslo be'asiyas melocha divrei Rabbi Yashia. Benchmark. Rabbi Yonason Oimer. I don't need this deen to learn from the word Shivas Yomim that 7 days of Chol HaMoed I shouldn't do a melocha. Why? I learned that from a Kal V'chomer. I learned that from a Kal V'chomer. What's up, shot? Uma Rishon. Veshvi. Shein Gedusha Lifnei U'Le'acharet. Also be'asiyas melocha. Choiloi shel moyed, sheyesh kedusha livnei u'le'acharet, eino idin sheyasu b'asiyas melocha. I mean, that's right. Madoch Yom Tov Rishon, and Yom Tov Shvi of Pesach. Yeah, we're talking about Pesach because we're talking about the pasuk is Chag HaMatzos Tishmo Shivas Yomim. So Madoch, the first day of Pesach, and the last day of Pesach is also there is no kedusha beforehand, right? Before the first day of Yom Tov, there's no kedusha, and the same like after the last day of Shvisha Pesach, there's no kedusha. But the Torah said that it's the Yom Tov itself, and it's also Basiyas Melocha. So Choilei Shel Moed has a kedusha before, yes, the first day of Pesach. Has a kedusha later on, yes, it has the Shvisha Pesach, the Shmini Atzeres. So for sure, that what it's going to be also Basiyas Melocha. What are you going to tell me of Pircha? I have a very beautiful Pircha. What's the Pircha? I'm going to tell you. The Gemara, Choilei Shel Moed. Right, says the Gemara, Sheishes Yemei Bereishis Yechichu. Yes, Kedusha Lifnei U'Le'acharet, and Umutorim B'asiyas Melocha. Every day, every day, every weekday, every week, you have a Kedusha Lifnei U'Le'acharet. You have a Shabbos Parashas Vayakel before, and you have a Parashas Pikudei, Shabbos Parashas Pikudei after. And after weekend, you have to do Melocha. Let's hope so. Yeah. Says the Gemara, this is nicht kapirche. You know why? Male sheishi maybe reishi shel boy korban musa. Toima bechoiloi shel moed shel boy korban musa. You know what's the mechayev is the kedusha will bring it to the isur asiyas melochas, having us a korban musa every day on a daily basis. We don't have a korban musa. The puto beasiyas melocha mashe'enken be choil hamoyed. We have a korban musa, and it has a kedusha lifnei u'le'acharet. But the korban musa that's mechayev. You can tell me Rosh Chodesh Sheichia. Right, Hashem. We have Rosh Chodesh this week, so it's not allowed to do the thing. Rosh Chodesh bring the Musaf. Rosh Chodesh sheyesh bo Musaf, right? It has a korban Musaf. And after Piken, we say that what Mutar B'asiyas Melocha. It's Mutar B'asiyas Melocha. There's also tell you it's not a raya for there. Why is not a raya for there? Mal Rosh Chodesh shein korui mikro kodesh. You know why it's not also Melocha? What other the Melocha, what the Torah calls it Mikro Kodesh, and that's not called Mikro Kodesh. Toimar bechoiloi shel moed, shekoroi Mikro Kodesh, ve'oi bekoroi Mikro Kodesh, dinu she'osu be'asiyas Melocha. It does lefnei ma'achareim. It does Parshas Vayakel before and Parshas Pikudei after. Huh? That's it. Huh? It does a straight away of Parshas Pikudei after.
This week is a
And Afiloche, you see, it's not a vote. It's not a vote. What says the Mikro Kodesh? That's the vote. So that's one brayse. Let's see the Rashi. Let's see Rashi. Dibu Amasim Michlal L'Tarvayo. Mide Komer Rabbi Yochanan. Asife bechoiloi shel moed mishoren. Mishoren. Lefi them. And what we've seen over here, right, Mishoren. Below Ya'adali Rabbi Shlokish. Lo Ya'adali Rabbi Shlokish doesn't answer them in Michlal L'Tarvayo is also. Both of them agree that what? Asife Ktsir on Chol HaMoed is also. Chag HaMatzos Tishmo Shivas Yomim limed al choiloi shel moed. She'osu b'asiyas melocha. Doish bei is Chag HaMatzos Tishmo v'chol Tishmo azor asla lo yisaseyu. Shomreu min HaMelocha. Sheish Yisrael yemei bereshis yemei kol shavua v'shavua בין שליש הבוסס הם יושבים. הרי קדושה לפני ולאחריהם. Rosh Chodesh. אף ואתו אל תטמע על choiloi shel moed. Rosh Chodesh also has over there a Mikro Kodesh. You have a korban musaf. Okay, sorry, it's a korban musaf, but not a Mikro Kodesh. So that's the next brayse. Okay. So that's one brayse, what we learned. The Gabe, the Isur Chol HaMoed. Where do we learn the Isur Chol HaMoed? From the words of Chol HaMoed that we learned out l'maisa from a pasuk of Chag HaMatzos Tishmo Shivas Yomim. That's one we call. Chagiga macht Tishma. Yeah. You see, yeah, you saw them, yeah. Okay. Let's see another Bryce, then we're going to get back to it. Tanya Idach. Tanya Idach. There's many things to speak about it over here, but Noshim, they are also, okay. Tanya Idach. We learned another Bryce, another Limud. When do we know that Cholamon is also Vasiyas Melach? Once we finish with this Bryce, we're going to try to go to your Shailet again. Toistas over here. What's the Indian of Bechal, Rosh Chodesh, and Yisrael Melach and Cholamon. So we learned the second Bryce. The second Bryce also teaches us where do we know that Chol HaMoed is also Vasiyas Melach. So as we know, let's start again with the pasuk. The pasuk state over there, Daber el Bnei Yisrael le'imor b'chamisha asor yom lachodesh hashvi'i hazeh Chag HaSukkos shivas yomim laHashem. Bayom harishon mikro kodesh kol meleches avodo lo yisasu shivas yomim takrivu ishe laHashem. That's the pasuk. The Gemara takes this pasuk, the Bryce, and the Bryce dashes it this way. Let's hear it. Says the Gemara, Tani Idach, Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu. Right, that's the state of there, Shivas Yomim v'chulei. Limed al choiloi shel moyed she'osu v'asiyas melochet divrei Rabbi Yossi Glili. We learn Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu, and then the word Shivas Yomim we have to add over here, and that's the ikar. So Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu Shivas Yomim, we learn from over here that what? 7 days Chol HaMoed, you shouldn't do any melacha. As I had Rabbi Yossi Glili. Rabbi Akiva Omer, ein tzorich, I don't need this limudim. Just what? From over here, I learned the Isa Melacha in Chol HaMoed. Where from? I learned that from a different pasuk. Arei hu oimer steht doch in the pasuk. Eile moyade Hashem. Right? What's the hemshech? Eile moyade Hashem mikroi kodesh atikro isam b'moyado. What do we learn out from there? Bameh akosu medaber. And which moyado is he talking about? Which moyado is he talking about that the Torah calls it mikro kodesh? Which one is he talking about mikro kodesh? In Bereishon, if you're talking about the first day of Pesach, can't be. I come on there, mal Shabbos. Steht over there with the Shabbos, right? Even if in Bereishon, that means the first day of Pesach, it can't be because it's called already Shabbos. In B'Shvi, I tell you when it's Shvi Shal Pesach. The Torah already calls it also what? Shabbos, right? Arei kvar ne'emar Shabbos. Oh, ein akosu. Elo b'choiloi shel moyed. When we're talking about choiloi shel moyed, so mikro kodesh, the Torah calls the mikro kodesh. What means the mikro kodesh? The Torah calls lelamedcho. Also b'asiyas melocha. So we see over here a different mekor, a different machloikas. Why Chol HaMoed is also b'asiyas melocha? Oh, lefi Rabbi Yossi Glili, we learn it out from Chol Shel Moed is also b'asiyas melocha, from where Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu shivas yomim. Or lefi Rabbi Akiva, because we learned out Eile moyade Hashem asher tikro isam b'moyado. Which moed we talking about? We talking about Chol HaMoed mikro kodesh. Let's see Rashi. Look Rashi. Dibur Masil, Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu v'samich shivas yomim takrivu ishe. So we learn out from the shivas yomim. So that is the Pi Rabbi Yossi Glili. And the Torah even explains over the drosha. The yesod of the drosha is from the difference of the Lashon HaPasuk. Why? Because if we look at the Pesukim very carefully, what says the Chag HaMatzis? Chag HaMatzis state as well. Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu veikravtem ishe laHashem shivas yomim. So what do we have over there? First, we have the tzivui on the akrova for 7 days. Right? We have the tzivui akrova 7 days. But in Chag HaSukkos, what we are marking first? We are marking the days before the akrova. So we learn from over here that what? Shivas Yomim is a hemshech to Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu. To darshan it, Kol meleches avodo lo yisasu Shivas Yomim. That's the way to understand it. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, so Rashi weiter, Limed al Chodesh Shel Moed. Ve'ocher dorish bein lo yisasu Shivas Yomim Chag HaSukkos ksiv ve'oleo kaim me'ach masnisim v'teras koyanim. 7 days not to do with it. Mikro kodesh. Mashma katsheyu b'asiyas melocha. That's the Rabbi Akiva. The Rabbi Akiva we learn, and we even explains the Rashi what that means. We don't need to learn the Ikar Isa from the Pasuk. This what we learn it out that it's going to be over on the lab because Mikro Kodesh, right, is only a say. It's only a say. So where do we know he's over on the lab? So that's why he says we still need the Ikar Pasuk the Rabbi Akiva. The Torah. Says the Gemara weiter. Tanya Idach. Taniido, another limud that Chol HaMoed is also Asiyas Malacha. Sheishes Yomim Toichal Matzos Ubayoim Hashvi Atzeres LaHashem. What means Atzeres LaHashem? Mashvi Atzoir. What means Atzoir? Stop from Meloche. Yes, Rashi says, let's look at Rashi. Atzoir mi Meloche, Kedichsiva Yikog Ufei Lo Yisas Meloche. So Atzoir means Atzoir Me'asiyas Meloche. Sheishes Yomim Atzurim from what? From Meloche. Maybe you're going to tie it to me. Ima Shvi Atzoir. Otzu, probably, yeah? Bechol Meloche. Sheishes Yomim Atzurim Bechol Meloche. That means also, all 6 days is also. Talmud lo iman. Ubayoim Hashvi Atzeres. He didn't say Bayoim Hashvi Atzeres. Right? What did it teach me? Ubayoim Hashvi Atzeres. It doesn't say Bayoim Hashvi Atzeres. Yeah, look at the Toys and Moed Kodne. That's based on Medalef. So what's the pshat? Teaches that Hashvi Otzu Bechol Meloche. Shisha Yomim Atzurim Bechol Meloche. Holoi Mosro Nakosu Elo Lechachomim Loi Maloch. Eize Yoim Otzu. Which day is also legamri in Meloche, and which day is muter. And they told us that Chol HaMoed is also in all of the Meloches. And the same thing, which one? Eize Melocha Asura, Eize Melocha Muter. And they were matter to do certain Meloches in Chol HaMoed, and is the 5 differences as we know, right? The Varoved, Sochei Rabim, as we know, that's the whole Masechet. But we learned what is the Davar HaMosur Lechachomim. So this is Bryce state before us that Shvi Otzu Melocha, the same thing is over here is going to be Otzu. Let's see it in Rashi. Very important Rashi. Ho arei lo yimoson hakosuv elo lechachomim. Kloimar, me'achar she'omar lo hakosuv she'in atzurin mimelocha, velo bekulon, velo pirish eize amuteres ve'eize asur. דעו ראי שלא ימוסון אלו לחכום היודעים לאובין על איזו להוטי להיתר ועל איזו להוטי לו איסו והם יאמרו איזה יום טב על פי קידוש הראייה ועשו בכל מלאכו ואיזו חויל של מועד שאינו יעשו בכל מלאכו ועל חויל של מועד יגידו לכו איזה מלאכה אסורו דבר שאינו עובד ואיזה מלאכה שמותרס is דבר עובד. And the ubayoim hashvi atzeres, we learn it out from the Vav. Because Vav, as we always know, Vav Moisif al Inyan Rishon, right? Vav Moisif al Inyan Rishon, and that's the Vav over here. But the Torah teaches us which ones are Mosor Adavar Chachamim and which ones we don't say Mosor La Chachamim. Okay, now this is the Sugi of Chol HaMoed. Let's spend a bit of time. Is the Toisus of a very, very important Toisus in as Chol HaMoed, as we said. Toisus over here, you can see a long Toisus. Toisus says over here that the Isur Melocha in Chol HaMoed is the Isur Derabanan. The Isur Derabanan. The Gemara says over here that you cannot explain that Chag Osif, the Pshat is Chag Sheyesh Bo Yasife, right? As we said, Chag Sheyesh Bo Yasife and Chol HaMoed. And Chol HaMoed is also by Asiyas Melocha. It's mashma that wanted to doiraise. Doctor, it's not because the Isur midoiraise, because the Rabbanon don't asmachte. Asmachte, the Isur Melocha is on Chol HaMoed. They do the asmachte on the pasuk. Mikro Kodesh, Asife, all of them is asmachte. As is Doctor, but Toisus learns that the Isur Melocha in Chol HaMoed is the Isur der Rabbanon. The Torah even has a shverkeit a little bit in Toisus. He says, sof, the Isur is with the Rabbanon. Mina Torah is muter. Why you can't say that Chag Osif that you have a Asifa b'Chol HaMoed because Mina Torah is muter. Once you're telling me lefi Toisus that the Asifa is only a asmachte over be'emes midoiraise you could do Asifa. Beautiful. Chag sheyesh bo Asifa. Yes, you have a Chag that in the Chag you're allowed to do Asifa. You made you back Rabbi Rav Shal Rabbi on Rish Lakish that Ktsira can't be. It has to be two because where from Chagosi. Chagosi you can't do on Chol HaMoed. And I'm talking about the Tkufas Asife, the period of the Asife, the season of Asife of collecting. The same thing also. Don't tell me the shlogi that you learn out from Bekul Zachem and Bekorosem that the Zman Sheish Bektsire you have also the Chagiga because Yom Tov itself can't be. Must be that this is the Shlomi. 7 days after Yom Tov of Shavuos, you could still harvest. Maybe it's talking about the season of harvesting. Who tells you it's talking about but Lefi is Shlokish. Right, Lefi, what we're learning now, Lefi the Toises, that the Isur Melochem in the Rabbanon, but it's them is only a smacht in the possible. You're still going to explain that, yes, Midori Reis, Choila, Moyed, because there's a man of Asifa. As I frag, the Ture Yeven on Toises. Zogt the Minchas Chinuch to explain the things over here, a beautiful Minchas Chinuch. Minchas Chinuch and Mitzvah Shin Chov Gimel Oiz Gimel. The Fi, a very famous Taz. The Taz zogt, azoi. Taz says, Yeredei and Simen Kuf Yud Zayin, Sif Kotten Aleph, a very famous Taz. And the Taz is in many, many places. Maybe you recognize it from that Yeredei. Yeredei is Simen Kuf Yud Zayin, or you're going to recognize it in the Rachaim, it's more down in Tov Kuf Peiches, Sif Kotten, or in the Taz brings it down also in Choshe Mishpot, in Simen Beis. It's a very famous Taz, it's more down 3 different places. Yeredei, Rachaim, and Choshe Mishpot. Look at that. Anything, this is a klal. It's a very, very important klal to remember in B'chol HaTorah Kula, this klal of the Taz. Klal of the Taz. The Taz says anything was taken meshfurash in the Torah leheter, say meshfurash in the Torah leheter, ein koyach b'yad chachom l'esem. That's Hashem we're going to see after Chagiga, finishing Masechet Chagiga, we're going to start Seder Noshim, Yivom, instead of then, the Tzadik is very famous Gemara, that yes, Zog the Taz. When is this? It's limited. Only when it doesn't say mefurish leheter b'Torah. Aber Epis wo steht mefurish leheter b'Torah in the Torah, ein koyach b'yad chachom t'asa. Lefi dem, zog the Minchas very good. I can explain you the Gemara over. Inochename. The Isur Melochen Chol HaMoed is only the Rabbanon. And the Asifa, all the psukim what we learned over here, Asifa, Mikro Kodesh is only a smachte be'almen. Aber if we're going to say that Chag Osi means Chag sheyesh bo Asif and Mamish Asif in Chol HaMoed, Mina Torah, the Torah tells you that what? Chag Asif, collecting. So it's a davar mefurash min HaTorah. And a davar mefurash min HaTorah that you're allowed to do Meloch in Chol HaMoed. How could Chacham aser Meloch in Chol HaMoed? Must be that Chag Osi chat, Chag Abo Bizman Asif. It's the season of Asif. It's not the Torah tells you Chag Osif is collecting, like the one that they learn that Chag HaKotzis is harvesting. Because the Torah tells you Chag HaSukkos is Chag Osif, collect. The Torah tells you Mefurish, collect. How can the Chacham tell you don't collect? As I bring the Minchas to verenter the shine of the Torah Yemen and the Gemara. And he brings over there also Reich the Torah Yemen, he verenters the Reich of the Torah Yemen, what he brings to the Gemara in Tzmura. The Gemara in Tzmura is after you done it base. That you need over there a pasuk that the Dorm and the Dovis are Nikrav on Yom Tov. What we need a pasuk for the Torah to be matir to the Chacham Mishin Asar. The doctor. Yeah. Aber, look over there the Minchas Chinuch b'Shem the Torah Yemen. That's like Lefi the Ramban and other Rishonim. And they disagree on Toises. So we learned over here Toises. The Toises said that the Isur Meloch Chol HaMoed is mi der Rabbanon. Aber, so the andere Rishonim, what they Rishonim say that the Ramban, for example, that they say the Isur Meloch Chol HaMoed is the Isur Min HaTorah. As we learn about in the Gemara from Psukim. There's enough community between the drushes of the Tanoim, what we the legabe the Isur. Lefi Rabbi Yasher, so let's be misakim. Lefi Rabbi Yasher, where do we learn it out from? We learn it out from the pasuk is Chag HaMatzos Tishmoyer, right? Shivas Yomim. So we learn what we learn over here is Chag HaMatzos Tishmoyer. Tishmoyer v'shomarto is the lav. It's Chag HaMatzos Tishmoyer Shivas Yomim. 7 days after Asiyas Melocha. So what we learn over here, Yishomer the lav, and we may learn Lefi Rabbi Yasher, you can get a malchus. If someone does Isur Meloch Chol HaMoed, you get malchus because it's a lav. The same thing, Lefi Rabbi Yossi Aglili, right? Lefi Rabbi Yossi Aglili, we learned that from Kol Meloch Lo Yisasu. So if a person does Meloch in Chol HaMoed, I'm talking about Lefi, the ones that say it's not a smachte. Lefi the Ramban, it's a Isur Deiraisa, he's going to get malchus because it's a lav, right? It's a lav. Masechet Lefi Rabbi Yonason, what we learned out from a Kal V'chomer, so you don't get the malchus because Eino Yishim Min Adin. Something that you learn out from a Kal V'chomer, you don't get malchus on. Lefi Rabbi Akiva, what we learned out from the pasuk Eile Ta'asu, it's a say. You don't. That's, yeah, but that's not Lefi Rabbi Yonasan. Lefi Rabbi Akiva. Toyeven, yeah. Only the Toyeven, but Pashas the Gemara, Rabbi Akiva needs it, but yeah. Lefi Rabbi Akiva, what we say, Eile Ta'asu, that's what I say, you don't get Malchus. There's going to be Nafkamina, Legabe, also there's going to be another Nafkamina, Legabe women, says the Minchas Chinuch. Legabe women. Because the lav, they're Mechuyev, and I say, it's a Mitzvah Shazan Gromet, they're not Mechuyev, because it's a Mitzvah Shazan Gromet. There can be many Nafkaminas over here. What is the thing? Oh, but the Torah Even actually means that everyone's going to agree, all of the Noim are going to agree that you get Malchus on this, and women also going to be Chayim. Why? Because if not, how could Rabbi, that's what we mentioned before, how could Rabbi Yochanan say, Eino Yitzorich? Eino Yitzorich, I can learn it that far, what Eino Yitzorich? I need for Malchus. If you don't have the Kal Vachomer, you don't get Malchus. Elamai, he says that for sure you're going to get Malchus on this. On this, you're going to get Malchus, yeah. Okay, now another nafkamine, what could be for Tosis over here, that Meleches Cholamoid is the Rabbanon, is Legabe, what is going to happen if a person Avdole Motzi Yom Tov? Motzi Yom Tov. Motzi Yom Tov Rishon. Yeah, I'm talking about the Rishon or Sheni, yeah? He does Avdole. Hamavdin Ben Kodesh Le Choil, you say. What if he said Hamavdin Ben Kodesh Le Kodesh? He done the right thing or not? So if Chol HaMoed has a Kedusha, so it's going to be okay. Maybe it doesn't have a Kedusha, it's not okay. So the Radvaz brings in Chuvas, he brings B'Shem the Rishonim, B'Shem the Ramban, B'Shem the Rashba, that Chol HaMoed is also called the Yom Tov. Those are called the Yom Tov, and Mimele is not going to have to be Choyzer. The feed this Radvaz is not going to have to be Choyzer, and think, okay. Is it going to be over the Rabbanon or not going to be over the Rabbanon? Okay. So,
everybody agrees this. Everybody agrees Yom Tov is a sort of a, it's got Kedusha.
yeah.
And therefore Ben Kodesh, Ben Kodesh, Kodesh, B'diavad is going to be okay.
But Mider Rabbanon is, it's only Mider Rabbanon also by Asiyas Melocha. Because the Mikro Kodesh, what's the Mikro Kodesh? The Isra Asiyas Melocha is the Mikro Kodesh. What's the Mikro Kodesh? The Mikro Kodesh is only the Rabbanon. Yeah. Fine. Okay. As we said also about Rosh Chodesh, right? Rosh Chodesh. So as we know, Tosis brings over here that the minhag is, it's a minhag. And Rosh Chodesh is also B'Asiyas Melocha. Right? The Gemara says Rosh Chodesh Yechiach. That's what Rosh Chodesh is, Mutar B'Asiyas Melocha. But Tosis brings over here that the minhag is, that is Rosh Chodesh is Mutar B'Asiyas Melocha. It's Mutar B'Asiyas Melocha. Okay, let's just mamish the end of this sugya. To finish off the sugya, is we said Lo Yimosra HaKosov Elo Lechachomim. Lo Yimosra HaKosov Lechachomim. Now, I always bring in the idea. Let's use a Rosh. The Rosh in the third Perek in Masechet Sukkah. The Rosh over there Masechet Sukkah in Siman Yudaled Perek Gimel is done over there legabe if a person is allowed to Netilas Lulav Daled meaning you're allowed to be Shas Atchak. If you're allowed to be noitel daled meaning psulim. You're allowed to not. You say not. Nafkeif. Because he said anything what we learn, what we say, Mosra Nakozel HaChachomim, they say that all of these things, Kol Hanei says, we start a klal about this, Mosra Nakozel HaChachomim. Over there, the Rosh says a very important klal. Kol Hanei Psule, all of these psulim, Mosra Nakozel HaChachomim, and it says the Rosh, Beheim Omru. This is what part of the Chachom say. Sheloi b'sha'as atchak afilu b'di'eved lo yosa. And why? Kedei she'izahu Yisrael b'mitzvah. B'mokum atchak ichshirum kivan she'yeh efshar b'yanachem b'vorkin alayim. What the pshat? What's the pshat? So the Achronim learn out from this Rosh. Because the Rosh uses the words Masra Nakol L'Chachomim, b'machriya in this thing, Says the Chacham Tzvi, tiny on the Chacham Tzvi, and Simon Tez. Says, Ubeina Yipolet says the Chacham Tzvi. We don't say only when we say it. Shnei Ksura Makrish say, right? As we say, he says, for example, what we dash in the Gemara. Isa Malach Echol Moed. The Achro is Bachachomim. But when there's no Gilu in the Pasuk to be Machshur the Psulim, where do we have this Mesirah? Where do you get this Mesirah to be Machshur B'Shas Adchak? It's not exactly what he says. The Torah says, right? The Ran over there, right? The Ran in the beginning of Lulav Agos, he says the Pasuk didn't say anything, right? In Hodol, just stam. This mitzvah should be Meuderes, and who is going to tell us what is the Hidu, what's not? Masan HaKodesh L'Chachomim. I think the Ran over there, you have Hodol, right? What's left to it? But to be mashed to something that's not Hodol Legamre, for sure that this is Mamish a steer to the Pasuk. And this worked the Chacham Tzvi. But you see over here that what? That the Chacham Tzvi understood not like the Rosh. And when you say Masan HaKodesh L'Chachomim, when there's no idea what the Torah meant. Well, no idea what the Torah meant. Masan HaKodesh L'Chachomim. But when we do know what the Torah meant, just what? The Torah told us a few things that in this, in Masan HaKodesh L'Chachomim. This is a big shayla. What is Masan HaKodesh L'Chachomim? Okay. Okay, let's say that. Let's continue the Gemara. Log the Gemara. We learned in the Mishnah. Umutorin behesped ubetainis sheloi lekayem es dim roerin atzeres achar hashabbos. Find the Gemara. Ve'otanye, we learned in the Braise. Or Voitmar, or Votanya over here, he brings over in the side. Votanya or Voitmar, there's two different gears. It's okay. Maise umes alakso belud. That was a name of a chacham. A name of a chacham that he died in Lud. Beniches ukol Yisrael esovdoi. V'noinicham rab v'tarfoin. Mipnei sheyom tov shel atzeres hayom. Now, find the Gemara, what the Yom Tov Shel Atzeres Hayom? Was Yom Tov itself? No Yom Tov itself. Find the Gemara. Yom Tov Sal Kedaita. What are you telling me that this was Yom Tov Mamish Yom Tov? That the whole of Klal Yisrael went to be maspidim? Or Yom Tov is going to be Shver? Be Yom Tov Mika also. If it's talking about Mamish Yom Tov, they wouldn't come to be maspidim on Yom Tov. Elohim. But Rav Tarfon didn't allow them to be maspid. So what do we learn? Yom Tov is also Be'esped. And not like we learned over here in the Itmar or in the Tanya, or the Braise. And for the Gemara, lo yikash kan beyom tov shechal yos achar Shabbos. That means Rav Tarfon will ask her to do a hesped and spoke about Yom Tov of Shavuos that chal yos achar Shabbos, and that's the reason you don't maspid on Shabbos. Or Bekan in our Mishnah, what we said it's mutar be'hesped Yom Tov shechal yos be'Shabbos. So Yom Tov when is it? On a Sunday, and then you're allowed to be maspid. Now the Masechet of Alakso was not going to be Shver because it was Yom Tov Shel Atzeres that year was on a weekday. That's why they were not marking, and they done the Yom Tov on a different day. That's why they were not allowed to do Esped. Okay. Look, Rashi. דיבר אמר שלא הניחו רבותיו ומסיסי תנא שמותורים באספד ביום טוב שחל ליועז בשבס שיום טובח אחר שבס מותר באספד בני אומרים עצרס אחר שבס והיידה הלקסה בלוד יום טוב שחל ליועז בכל הוא אינו טובח שלא יבח בשבס and that's why he asked them to do over there the esped vetainis and from over here the poskim learn actually from over here a very important din that Yom Tovoyah, that means the Isru Chag of Shavuos, is also based at the time because it's a Yom Tovoyah of Atzeres. And also Bisman Hazeh, the Poskim learn that also Bisman Hazeh, that we don't have a Yom Tovoyah, it's also Be'esped V'Tainis, because when Rav Tarfon lived after the Chum. Rav Tarfon noch im Chum, and he asked us, so you see from here Yom Tovoyah is also. Zog the Mishnah, yeah, that's the Poskim passing. Zog the Mishnah Berurah is Simen Tov Tzadik Daled. The reason that Isur Chag, that's after Sukkot, you're allowed to fast. So Lefi the Isur Chag that after Sukkot, you're allowed to fast. It's Dafke Isur Chag of Shavuos. Also sagt der Mistabur. Aber von der Gon ist mashma that also when Yisroch of Sukkot or Pesach is also be tainis. Also sagt the Tov Tzadik Dalet the Bir Agro. He brings the Yerushalmi na Vedezor and the Yerushalmi na Vedezor calls Yisroch period the Moyade. Also sagt the Yerushalmi. The Gon brings the Yerushalmi the Bir Agro. He brings the Yerushalmi in Tov Tzadik Dalet that it's called period the Moyade because this Ma'aser Raptav and the Yisroch of Shavuos. So we said Yom Tovoyach. Be'emes Yisroch of Mitzad Ikar Adin, Yisroch of Shavuos could be different than Yisroch of all of the other Moyados. Okay. Let's start. Before we turn over the daf, we're going to have to start now with the Akdoma. We're going to have to start with the Akdoma. Now we come into the second part of Masechet Chagiga. The second part of Masechet Chagiga is we have over here now Tume V'Tare. Tume V'Tare. Tume V'Tare is very easy. Very easy. Just it's noticing that a little bit a little bit more theory, right? We're not so busy with the daily basis, so it's a little bit beyond us. But it's right, Rabbi Kiva, Klach Lecho Itzel, they're going V'Olis. They're going V'Olis. Tume V'Tare. That's we just learn them now, right? Rabbi Kiva says, what's the difference between Maim and the Yodim and Tachtonim? He tells him, right? You go, they go involved. So we just learned Tagaditis. Now we're going to go do a little bit of Tuatala. The first thing is Taharas HaYodayim. Taharas HaYodayim. Stam Yodayim Shniyosem. So Takona de Rabbonon. Again, it's Takona de Rabbonon. Second of all, we have to have a kavona. Okay, we can start now first the first part of Tara. We're then going to see Choyma Bakodesh goes even more into it. But now we just start as like going easy. Then the second thing we're going to have to have a kavona of the Tara. That means when a person toils, he has to have a kavona. There's never a kavona. Chachamim done miles. What does that mean? Chachamim did miles. They did miles zu lemalo mizu. That means when a person guards Tahara. For example, we have, let's go in the darga of milas. Let's talk about food. So what's the lowest darga of food that has a certain kedusha? So we have tumah, chulin, right? But then we have what is it? Meiser sheni. Meiser sheni. Meiser sheni, food that is meiser sheni. What is meiser sheni? A person who gives tumah to meisers, right? In the first, second, fourth, and fifth year of the cycle of Shemitah, you give tumah gedolah. Then you give the Meiser Rishon to the Levi 10%, and then what's left over, you still have to give 10% of Meiser Sheni to take the food and to eat it in Yerushalayim. You can't. So there's all the redemption. But let's talk about this Peiros itself of Meiser Sheni. You have a certain kedusha. Then we have a higher darg, Trume. The Trume, what the Kohen gets, the Trume, that's a higher darg. Then we have even a higher darg of kedusha. What if we have Psal Kodesh? A person bought a Kom Chagiga. It's Psal Shlomim. Who eats the Psal Shlomim? The meat, the flesh, the restos, the bailing, right? This is Psal Kodesh. It's even a higher darga of Kedusha. Then we have even a higher darga of Kedusha, what's called Mei Poro, Mei Chato Shel Poro Aduma. That means the water that you mix together with the Efer of Poro Aduma to be Mazer on the Tmei Meisim Shlishi V'Shvi, right? That is even a higher darga. So we have Meister Sheni, Trume, Psal Kodesh, Mei Chatos. Now, Chachamim did all kinds of milas. What is the milas? So if we want a little bit to put it in shape, let's say the milas are three different areas of tahara. The first thing is we gave them a mile of Taira Sayodayim. Taira Sayodayim. The Yodayim have to be toil. Second of all, we gave a darge of kavone, as we said before, right? That means a person has to have a kavone, b'shas tvile, what he's doing exactly. Yeah. The third one is what we call taharas habegodim. That means the people are wearing certain clothes. The people are wearing trume, eating trume of oichlei trume, oichlei meiser, oichlei kochim, oiskei meichatos. People are busy with meichatos. These miles, all of them are midivrei soifim. Yeah, very important to know. These are miderabonon. Now. The Mishnah over here mentions the miles tare, these miles tare over here. Why? Who comes to Sarain over here? Tumah v'Tayra, right? We prefer push it Tyrus, it doesn't come into the Dafayomi, right? Bring it over there, and say the Tyrus. It doesn't come in. Why we have to mention it over here? We didn't have to learn it before. Oh, why it comes in over here, these miles? Because it comes over here in Ilchos Yom Tov, in the regel. Talking about Chagiga is the regel, because there is different dinim and dinei Taire between Yemois Regel to Shar Yemois Shana. There's different dinim, as we're going to see, Mert Hashem, less in this Perek, but more in the next Perek. There's differences between Shar Yemois Shana and Yemois Regel between the thing, and that's why it comes in over here. Okay, so let's talk about Yodayim. I might forget a few things because it's Chatani masking. I didn't do so much a good achone before. I should have done a proper achone the whole thing, and then I'll say the before I start the Akdome. But again, the Akdome is not an accurate Akdome. It's just as what I remember that I think it's going to help for the avone of the sugyas. Shlomo HaMelech. Let's start with Taras Yodayim, as we said. Shlomo HaMelech done a gozar al Yodayim. He done a gzeira on the Yodayim. There should be tmeos. That means tam Yodayim, as we said, shnios. And you have to toivel it. If a person wants to eat kotzin, koidesh, he has to toivel the Yodayim. That's Shlomo HaMelech done this thing. And especially from the Lashon of Rashi, from our Mishnah, the Lashon of Rashi in our Mishnah is mashma that even stam Yodayim, you need to toivel if you want to eat something koidesh. You eat something koidesh, you stam as you have to think. This is Rishonim with the disagree on them, and they say that we didn't say Tfilas Yodayim Kodesh only when a person knows for sure that his hands touch Bedover Abetamis Yodayim. Dover Yodayim is even a sheni, yeah? But he has to know for sure that it's Dover Abetamis Yodayim, nicht Stam Azay. Rashi's Mishnah is mashma that afilu Stam Azay. Okay, that was the takone of Shlomo HaMelech. Came generations after it, Chachomim, and they done another gzeira. They done a gzeira and a few things that is metamed the Yodayim, as we can see, Mert Hashem, and what we mentioned, especially what we mentioned in the Shmoynes Odover, the Gemara and Shabbos from Daf Yud Gimel, right? A few dapim we had over there. That many things that the metamed the Yodayim, what they touch on it. Later on, even what came even later on, they did a gzeira, even more gzeira. What the gzeira? Even stam Yodayim. We don't know if they were tome or not tome. We say you need to toivel it before you want to eat kodesh. Why? Because stam Yodayim askoni saying that came. So it's developed. Yeah, it's developed. Shlomo HaMelech, there is achronim, there is meuchorim, or we call it. Right? Yeah, they say that that's stam Yodayim. Now this is what we learned in Masechet Shabbos. Rashi in Masechet Shabbos in Daf Yudaled Amud explains that Yodayim, the torch, b'mekoyimos ametunofim, or mekoyimos amesuovim, as Rashi says. For example, the torch b'mesoroi or b'mokim atinoifes. It's a gnai, right? The gnai for the kedusha. It should be nechal b'Yodayim mesuovois, and that's the reason that you don't exeire to toivel the hands of tume. Any maga of tume should toivel the hands. That's the reason. Okay, let's continue with the tumas Yodayim. All tumas Yodayim, Chachamim gave them a din of sheni letume. Sheni letume. Sheni letume. So we know this dargah from tume. The strongest dargah of tume is avi avois tume. That's a mess in itself. Is avois tume. Yeah. Or I don't know the mess itself. That's the thing, but the mess is metame like avi avois tume. Then we go down to ava tume, rishon letume, sheni letume. That's it. Can't be metame more. Now rishon letume. What could be metame rishon letume? Only avatume, right? Who could be avatume? Odom, kelim, anyone who touched the mess, sheretz, right? If you know in the beginning of Mishnah is kelim, there's many avatume, 11 obvious atume, just in the first perek in kelim. Now when we sheretz, right? Mazera, many things, anavele, many things as avatume. Rishon letume, if a person is rishon letume, he cannot be metame anymore. Odom v'kelim. Av can be metame odom v'kelim. Can be metame orchim u'mashkim. He can't be metame odom v'kelim. Sheni, that's it. Can't be metame. But if you have something that's more delicate, for example, trume, kochim, they can receive tume from a sheni. So trume could come to the dargah of shlishi. So if it touches the sheni, it turns into a shlishi. Kochim could become even a revi, right? We all remember it from is going to Kohenim, the Sugya, right at the end of first parak of Psachim. So when we talk about, always is a very, very important point to remember it, and this we focused very strong in Psachim. Whenever we say poisel or we say metame. When we say poisel, that means if I'm a sheni, I'm poisel es a trume, but metame es a kochim. Because poisel means that's it. I touch the trume, I turn the trume to shlishi. The trume cannot turn in something else into another trume, right? You can't turn trume not to trume to shlishi because trume is shlishi. That's it. You can't turn something into ravi. But kochim, if I touch the kochim and I'm a sheni, the kochim becomes shlishi. It can be metame a different kochim that should become a ravi. That's called metame. Yeah. So trume sayadayim, but Chacham gave them a din of a sheni trume. So how are we going to call it? Poisel es a trume. And metame es a kodesh. If we want to use the same phrase, right? Because metame es a kodesh. And when the kodesh becomes a shlishi, he touches a different kodesh. What's going to happen? He turns it into a revi letumah kodesh, and he passes. Then he's going to pass the end kodesh. Yeah, if we use the same phrase. This is a very, very important thing. Now, there is a very important Gemara later on, but it's basically also Toises. Toises later on, and Daf Chof Omid Aleph. Chof Omid Aleph, the top Toises, and Rablozor Baratzodah Goyim Arei Ketrume. Toises over there says that there's no Shlishi Betrume or Yisra Revi Bakodesh. The Shlishi Bakodesh or Yisra Revi Bakodesh. I don't want to get you mixed up with lots of details, but it's time it's a very yesodis the Toises. Toises says, so let's say I touch Trume. This Trume turns I Shtam Yodayim Shniyah Yisrael. I will have a Trume for sure, yeah, because we want to be amazing. But let's say Shtam Yodayim Shniyah Yisrael. I touch Trume. What happens to the Trume? Poison the Trume. This Trume touches Kotzim, it become the Kotzim, it become Revi. Yes, this is the name. If I touch Trume, it passes the Trume, that's it. It can't be Betam anymore. I feel Nifka Kodesh. If I touch the Sheni who touched Kochim, the Kochim turn into Shlishi, and that Shlishi can turn into Revi. Let's look Toises over here. This is a small one, eh? Over there is a Toises in Psachim. Oh, I see you all want to ask. In Taka, it's a Toises in Psachim. Toises in Psachim, Daf Yud Dalet Omid Beis. What Toises says over there? And afilu shlishi shel trume oiser revi bakodesh. Not dafka shlishi shel kodesh doesn't the revi bakodesh, right? What's up, shot? And this is, if you look in the Chof Aleph, the Gilin Hashas, right? The Gilin Hashas on Toises, as if like Toises, as if like the Gilin Hashas. I am sorry that you don't do it based Toises Dimasim, but you know. That's a big steal at Toises. Now, why am I bringing this Toises? Why am I bringing this Toises? Not because to mix up the oil, because I'm already mixed up. So LMI, it gives us a good avona. If we then, what we learn Toises over here, we understand better why every time when we say the lashon sheni letume, poisel es atrume umetam es hakodesh. We always use this phrase. We can see through the whole sugya now. When we start the sugya, we're always going to use this phrase. What's this phrase? So if what we say now is very, very geschmack. Again, I'm not going into the numbers. Because the Trume only becomes possible from touching a sheni letume. But it's not metame. Other means bechlal. I feel nicht kein kodesh is metame. That's why poisel. We say sheni letume poisel is a trume because trume is poisel. It's not metame. I feel kodesh is not metame because trume shlishi. That's it. Masechet metame is a kodesh because the kodesh shlishi becomes tome from a sheni. He has kodesh metame a revi bakodesh. Very geschmack. Aber lefi toisem psachim. Yeah. There's no chiluk in the koyach of the shlishi letume, the koyach of the metame other one side with trume side kochim. It's the same thing. The only chiluk is that trume he doesn't do a shlishi letume, right? Because other tumes over bakodesh also has this revi. But it's very geschmack our Toises over here to understand why always we use this phrase of sheni letume poisel es at rume umetame sakodesh. Okay, just as a thing. It's just to give us idea.
Can't take truma first. can't spread truma to another.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you still could use it. Yeah, but it's more geschmack. Okay. Another thing, what we're gonna see now. So again, we're gonna already start to go and follow up learn the Mishnah. The din of Meiser Sheni. The din of Meiser Sheni, we're gonna see in our Mishnah also in our sugas. Is it like truma? That means it becomes possible when a Sheni touches truma. We know it becomes possible. It becomes a shlishi. What about Meiser Sheni? Meiser Sheni echta zoya danish. Yeah, that's what we're gonna see also. Big discussion in our sugya. The din of Meiser Sheni. Is it like teruma to become possible when a sheni is touching it, or stam negias yodayim, what has a din of sheni teruma, or it has a din like chulin, and chulin does not become tome from a sheni letuma or from yodayim. Yeah, that's also we can see in our sugya. So I thought again, there's much more to speak about, but we could already start to go into the sugya to learn the Mishnah to understand what's going on. Let's start the Mishnah. So what is the milas of Chom did legabi taras yodayim? We said the Zayd is what we call taras yodayim. What is the milas? What they done legabi taras yodayim? Long the Mishnah. Yutchesem at base. Noitlin leodayim. That you can be metal the hands right by netile. That means you don't need a hatbole. That means hatbole and netile is two different things. Hatbole is you have to dip your hands into 40 cell. Noitlin leodayim means you do netilas yodayim. What we call netilas yodayim. So noidli ledaim, when is it only lechulin ulemaiser uletrume? Legabi chulin, legabi maiser sheni, legabi trume. That is enough to do netilas yodayim. Netilas yodayim. Ober, when you talk about kodesh, ober vele kodesh before eating kodesh, it's not enough in netilas yodayim. What do you need? Matability. You have to toivel it in arboim cells. So we see that one of the miles what we did to agatz yodayim, a mile for kochi more than Trume, Meiser, and Chulin, and you have to toivel. Now the Tvilas Yodayim LaKodesh is a Meile BaKodesh. How we did a Meile Legabi Taras Yodayim. Says the Gemara, the Mishnah Vaito. Vele Chatos. That means if touching Mei Chatos, yeah, Mei Chatos. We said this is Maim that you put the Ever Porot to be Mazeh from it. We did even an extra Meile. Extra Meile. What is the extra Meile? Nitmo Yodov. If a person became Tumas Yodayim Stamaza, yeah? That's Metame only the Yodayim. In Nitmo Yodov, his hands only became Tome from, we can see, there's Tumas Yodayim, but only his hands become Tome. So what we say, no, Nitmo Gufo, the whole goof becomes Tome, Legabe Negia B'Meichatos. If he touch his goof, touch the Meichatos, he's going to be passing it. So the person has to toivel. Kol Gufoi, and it's not enough to Aras Yodayim. So, what's mashma over here? Nafke, if we know that his hands became tome, so then we say that nitma kol gufo. What about the geder of stam yodayim? We don't know if it actually touched something tome or not. So this is also about the gzei of hachovit done about tume or not. No, only the yodayim and not the whole goof. Or even not legabe mei chatos, as they don't that for anymore here. If a person knows that his hands became tome, and there is too much yodayim. For example, he touched the Sefer Kodesh, Sefer Torah. Right? We know, we can see it later on in the Gemara. We remember still. Everything what we remember from Shabbos. Exactly. We don't need to say we learn. What we learned in Gemara and Shabbos. Shmoneh Esrei Dovel. Right? So we have too much Yodayim. Anything what he became Tomei to Yodayim, it's only Shniyos. He touched the Sefer Torah. So what? He became Zoni Sheni. The whole goof has to toivel if he wants to touch Mechatos. Okay. That is legabe the milas what we done legabe taharas hayodayim. Now let's talk about the milas what Chacham did legabe the kavon and tvile. We said that the Mishnah is going to give us 2 milas, right? There's more milas, but these are 2 milas. Tova lechulin, a person toilet, and tova lechulin huchzak. Huchzak means he had kavone. Huchzak lechulin he had the kavone to toivel, and he should be toilet lechulin, Hashem chulin. So also meiser, he's not allowed to eat meiser because it's not enough in this video what happened in the kavanah of chulin. We metayim legabe meiser. We metayim legabe meiser. Says the Gemara weiter, Mishnah weiter. Tov ale meiser, uchzak le meiser. If you tov le meiser sheni, aber also le trume because the mile of trume is higher than the mile of meiser sheni. Tov le trume, uchzak le trume. If you tov the kavanah of trume is only for Truma. Also, la kodesh. Why? Because the kodesh has a mile more than Tumah. Tova le kodesh, uchzak le kodesh, aber also le mechatos. Why? Because the mechatos is a mile chomul more than thing. Aber fakert. Let's now the Mishnah goes on fakert. What's going to be tova le chomul? So mutter le kal. So let's say if he toivel for kochim, he's going to allow to eat also trume or ma'asel sheni or chulin. All right. For example, if he toivel to mechatos, he's mutter. Afilu la kodesh, he's mutter for everything, right? Because and that is the chidush. Toval velo yuzak. That means that a person went to bathe himself. It's a hot day, went swimming. So keilu loy toval. And we see in the Gemara what is keilu loy toval. For chulin echet nish. Only maybe for truma all these things. And if it's for truma, we already learned beforehand. You can see what the Gemara teaches us in this mile. Now, we said there's another mile what Chacham done. A mile what's called taharas begodim. So very, very quickly, what is taharas begodim? What is taharas begodim? So we're going to mention very quickly. A person could eat chulin, say with his stomach, and say if it's, say if he is stomach, say if the oichlim are tmeim. But a person that behaves this way, that he's eating, right, chulin, say when his stomach, say when the food is stomach, he's called the amoretz. He's not makpid on taharas. The prushim, what we call the prushim, they are people that they were makpid to eat, even the chulin, they would eat b'tara. That means they were makpid that whatever they eat, it should be, they should be toil. Yeah? So first of all, that they should be toil, and the ma'achal should be toil. Just two things. Also, they should be toil, and also the food should be toil. And because of this, so the prushim will be very careful. Anything what you give them, they shouldn't be doing tameh the chulin, right? They have to be very careful the whole time. But there is some prushim what they would noyeg the daga tare even more than that. They would eat the chulin al taharas truma. What means eat chulin al taharas truma? That means that's like they would be very careful when the food, their food should be, even if it's chulin, keilu this was truma. In alatzad of this truma, a person would eat this, yeah, it would be tummy. How could they eat it? So even alatzad, that what mitzad, let's say the chulin is toile gamrei, let's say it's chulin, yeah, and a person that sheni the yadayim touched it. Yeah. For example, let's give you an example. What's the shot? Let's get this right. For example, a machal, a food that who touched the sheni the tumah touched it. If it would be truma, it would become a shlishi le truma. If it's chulin, it doesn't become a shlishi. It's not a chulin. It's not a shlishi. Right? There's not a zach of shlishi le truma by chulin. It's toile gamre. Afal piken. These people who eat chulin taharas truma, they will eat the ma'acholin, not every prushim. Those prushim stop to eat chulin b'tara. This is tara al taras truma. Chulin al taras truma. That means keilu al taras truma. They wouldn't eat it now. Keilu is truma tomato. And why do we do it? Why do we do it? That we margil themselves at taras truma. And that's why they will be careful in tara, right? Always, whatever they have, they shouldn't be tome, even a tumah that doesn't pass on the tumah. Yeah, that's so we had in Pushim, we had the basic, then we had a little bit more machmir al taras truma. We have even more machmirim. This is mamish the hardcore, as you say. What are they? They were makpi to eat chulin al taras hakodesh. So we're getting the idea. What that means? That kodesh is more chomor. For example, oichel that touched shlishi le trume. Yeah? A trume that was shlishi, or lefito is not a shlishi or trume. A kodesh was a shlishi, yeah? I mean, the shlishi le trume, how can be a shlishi le trume? That's metame. A kodesh, lefito is novel, lefito is psochim, even a shlishi. Okay, let's not go into it. It does not become possible a reveal le trume because it's chulin. Obel, they became the psakotim, and they will not eat the chulin that touched the shlishi le trume. This is the darga. Now let's see the Mishnah. Let's finish this the Mishnah. Big the amoretz ameratzi. As we said once again, the amoretz are no makmi to eat chuli b'tare. So they are keilu, they are tomei medres leprushim. They begodim in the tumas medres. That means the oichlin chulin al taras chulin. That means what is tumas medres? Let's just explain a minute. Tumas medres minatoire is something that only ozav or nido, yoiledes, one of these, right? Tumas that they sit on it, they sleep on it, they lie on it, and it's a tumah, the most Chomo de ketume from the Ovis Atume. Put in the mess. Mess is Avia Ovis Atume. Why? Because it's metame odom letam is begodom. That means it's metame the person that touches it. And Azat Zure, that not only he himself becomes tome, it's metame also the begodom that he's wearing. The rest of the Ovis Atume metame the person that touches it, and he becomes a rishon. And as we said before, in the going to the Mishnah, rishon there's no metame odom v'kelim, right? Only mashkim. But this is metame. Right? And the reason that big damoritz are considered tmeim tumas medrash and the pushim is because we are choishesh, maybe his wife of damoritz sat on it when she was a nida, and these begodim became a medrash, right? Because the nida sat on it said tzava. So big damoritz medrash le pushim, big day pushim that they right they medrash le oichle trume. They are medrash from koyanim, and it's a mile and trume that we are choishesh of big day pushim that became a medrash le nida. Even though the pushim, they eat chulim b'ta'aras chulin. They make sure to look after the begodim from medras anida that they shouldn't be b'ta'am with the chulin, right? Because they eat always chulin. Oh, well, there's a special mile. Big day oich medras le koidesh. That means the big day koidesh medras le chatos. And everything what we said about the miles is the rabbonon, because we said there's no shmire, right? Is a shmire, or as we said. Now the Mishnah adds over here and explains that this thing we don't give a cover to any person. And therefore, Yosef ben Yoyezer, or your Chosid Shemekuna, that means he would eat Tumas V'tares. And he was a Nasi, the Meiri says. Afal began, or he Pachto in Medras the Kodesh. He was Tome with Tumas Medras the Kodesh. He was a Nasi, the greatest person in Klal Yisrael. He was a Chosid Shemekuna, he would eat Tumas V'tares, that means Choli V'tares, Tumas, Omer, Le Kodesh, it would be a Medras. Yoichel ben Gud Gedo, Yoichel al Tares HaKodesh, Kol Yomam, Omer, but not for kodesh, because no chiluk someone is eating chulul taras hakodesh, the kodesh itself, because he's always being careful, as we can see in the Gemara. Fine. Okay, so we finished the Mishnah. Tomorrow we will start the Gemara.
So can I check on this very last thing? So a person is particularly careful, for example, Altaras Truma. He's very careful indeed, and he knows that everything is kedin, it's Toho Legamre. And nevertheless, we're still saying, even though he knows in fact that everything is tall, it's still going to be Medras LeKodesh. And if he touches Kodesh, it's going to be Matame the Kodesh.
Yes. That means someone is eating Chulul Taras Truma or on Taras HaKodesh, his din is Keilu Oichle Truma Kodesh. Sai Legabe Taras Begodim, Sai Legabe Taras Chulin, Sai Legabe, anything what we said over here. But you have to be careful. Like Truma Kodesh, whatever he's eating. Yeah.
Yeah, but my point is he knows. He's very careful to keep things on Taras Truma, for example. Yeah. So he's very careful, and he knows that what he's got there is completely Toho. Because he's been very careful about it. And we're nevertheless saying now, if somebody else, if it comes into contact with Kochim, it's going to, so far as the other person is concerned, somebody who's keeping Chulin from Aswal Taras HaKodesh, for him, it's going to be Tomei.
Yeah, that's a mile. It's a mile with the Rabbanon. Again, you're right. It's a mile with the Rabbanon that for a person is going to be Kodesh, yeah. For a person that's eating Kochim is going to be a problem, yeah. So mile with the Rabbanon. No, he has to behave that way. That means he behaves that everyone eats. Yeah. The kavana is a different thing. What we said, tova lecholin, husak lecholin. That's we can see about Hashem. Fine. Fine. I go to Shukayah.
Rabbi Rumi.
Yeah.
Rabbi Rumi. I fixed the Wi-Fi this morning.
Oh, Shukayah.
Someone had taken out one of the switches, the electronic switches in the office, and taken out the cables as well. So it wasn't
in the office.
In the office, yeah. So I've replaced all that this morning, and I've replaced as well the access point in the shear room as well for a better.
Because I have to put in again the so if you can send me the code.
The code is the same. I've left the code exactly as it was, so it should be able to connect straight.
Let's say the square.
The Gemara we just learned that Yud Ches Amud Aleph.
Yeah.
The Gemara says that we had to see about being maspid on Yom Tevuach. Most of the Kam Yom Shcholias Acha Shabbos. Kam Yom Shcholias Shabbos. So I had to see the ship. No, if it's Yom Shcholias Acha Shabbos, so the Yom Tov really sure in the weekdays. You could really bring your carbon on Yom Tov according to Basil. So why Yom Tevuach has noch Yom Tov, even though you could bring your carbon on Yom Tov. If it's Shabbos, Yom Tevuach is after Shabbos because you can't bring your carbon on Yom Tov. Shavuos which fell after Shabbos, the Shavuos on Monday. So you can bring your carbon on Monday. So the Yom Tevuach is still on Tuesday.
Well, you mean in the last the story of Rab Tarfon?
Yeah, no. One answer. The difference is if Yom Tevuach kal after Shabbos, then that Yom Tevuach you can't be masbid. But the Maisa, why is there Yom Tevuach?
You're right. Rashi says, if you look at Rashi says the Maisa over there of Alaxo, yeah, it's not schwer because it was Yom Tov of Atzeres that year was in a weekday, and because it's a different reason they were not making and so Yom Tov was a different day. As I told you, Rashi, yeah, if you look at
Yom
Rashi,
Tevuach is even where you can be where you couldn't be.
Look at Rashi, the last Rashi in Chesed Aleph. ביום שחלים בשבס, שיום טוב אחר שבס מותר בס, בני יום מבצר אחר שבס. והעידה הלכת בלוד, יום שחלים בחוילו. יום טוב אחר שלו יבחר בשבס. What's the reason? That's a different reason, the face is. They were not marking that day, yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes they were not marking, they done a yom tov a different day. And that's why it's also best with tinies. As a pshat, yeah, as I talk Rashi. Say the Gamos. I go to Shkoyach.